I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him. 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 I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. Yeah. I told him just wait on it. Don't worry about the write-up. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. Don't worry about the write-up. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it.
Yeah, don't worry about the write-up. I go Al-Qaeda, this shit is the Bible. The streets is the Bible. I live like Apollo 13 on them, yeah. So cyber like a psycho. Belly, Team Michael. Yeah, my compass polluted. Made a movie, then I made a movie. Love me a long time, don't you use me. Hold a couple lines, I abuse them. Ain't no exaggeration. Gotta be a rebel before you validate it. Gotta be a rebel before you validate it. Trap with the door closed. Still got the camera on. Got some real niggas round with me. I done heard a home. Had a spot 30 seconds for the touchdown. You was served by the bitch with the bell, yeah. He got 100-pound leg, oh hell yeah. These niggas got a hole, you to catch up. I go evil, Knievel, the Beatles. See me in Bentleys and Bentleys on Bentleys. Start off with pillies, then I make them millies. I know what I did, now I go get a billy. When the rockin' them trues, the cockin' them tools. I stay in the zoo, that's my birthplace. Hogging the cake out of turkey cake cold. Play on the yacht with some pretty pink toes. Man, they wish niggas was in the sinkhole. Look at them, stare at them, don't even blink though. I blow that piff on them, then take a trip on them. I had a vision for everything. Philosophizers not just wanna live a life of luxury.
I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him. 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 I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it.
Told him to wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I can't never wait on it. Can't never wait on it. Told him to wait on it. Coke and amphetamine, we made the recipe. A different breed. Controlling your destiny. It's heaven on earth when you extra G. I got the polar bosses out the Beverly. I'm telling you, it ain't helping me. That's exactly why you never matter to me. None of this shit makes sense. I drink on some mud and I vent. I pull in the hood in the vent. Learned the game that I got out the six. Rip my zone, I want all of this moolah. I was cashing it out with the jeweler. Had the game in my head and I blew it. Came back stronger than ever on pure. See the shit real niggas out the door. Thought I should've never went on tour. If I did it my way, kept it pushed. Stand inside the hallways when I pushed. I don't wanna start thinking crooked. Never had problems when I drug. All these young niggas I influence. I watch how I play out in front of me. Whatever you do, just don't front on me.
I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I told him. 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 I told him just wait on it. 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 I told him. I told him. I told him.
I told him. I told him. I told him. I told him just wait on it. Wait on it. I told him just wait on it. I can't never wait on it. Can't never wait on it. Told him to wait on it. Told him to wait on it. I told him just wait on it.